be ready to fill the Indian jails. Doesn't matter how many cases. Because how many people can they imprison? The sense of fear, the sense of intimidation. I still remember when we talk about the weaponization of the criminal justice system. UAPA, Unlawful Practices Act. We had TADA, we had POTA. The promise of the Common Minimum Program was, when UPA1 came to power, that we will repeal POTA. POTA was repealed. But within months of that, an existing law, 1967 law, which was meant for a very limited purpose, its ambit was widened and it was made into a permanent counter-terrorism law. I remember the debates in Parliament in 2008, in 2014. Two major parties were on the same side. Left parties were saying that do not make the UAPA a permanent law. It's dangerous. I'd also like to appeal to the left parties in the opposition that please do not use the UAPA law also, whether it's in your state or anywhere else. We should not use the UAPA law. We should not use the sedition law. We should not take recourse to the laws which we believe are anti-democratic or criminalized. Because the moment any state does that, we give a handle to a proto-fascist state to do it in a worse way. And we are seeing what has happened in Delhi today, national capital. I mean, I salute the agrarian class and the farmers' movement of India. But in this repressive atmosphere, in this intimidatory atmosphere, the amazing struggle they put up inspired us all. Through the COVID lockdown, through the pandemic, through all the restrictions, they did not budge. Over 600 farmers lost their lives. Women farmers were in the lead. Dalit farmers were part of the leadership. But one thing I want to ask you, friends, that the farmers' movement, according to me, as a student of social sciences, took inspiration from a very vibrant movement that started 1 year before, which was the anti-CAA, anti-NPR movement. Because movements don't come out of the blue. The first movements to break the stranglehold of this government were those led by Muslim women and youth to challenge the draconian CAA 2019. And what did they get in response? What has our minority community got in response? They're young people, the young of our future. We should name them. Umar Khalid, Gul Fishan, Mir Haidar. So many of them are in jail under UAPA. And it's difficult to get them bail. Because the courts are also reluctant to release them. Therefore, to have on the statute books laws that are so stringent that you cannot get bail is something that a democracy should object to. And part of our democratic movement has to be, part of our campaign movement has to be, that just like in 1919, the Rowlatt Acts were challenged, we need to challenge laws like the UAPA, the Sedition Law, the Gundas Act, laws like in Gujarat that are criminalizing protest, to ensure that no police in no state in the country is given undemocratic powers. Because nowhere is the police spontaneously democratic. The moment you give powers that are draconian, there is liable to misuse. And therefore I feel we should very seriously, as part of our democratic struggles, always list the repealment of those laws that have been made draconianly in the last 8, 9, 10 years. It has to be at the top of our list. So many of our intellectual and activists in Maharashtra's Taloja jail, the Bhima Koregaon 16, some of them got released, Sudha, Dr. Anand Teltumbe, Many of them are still languishing in prison. The name is endless, friends. I'd like to now talk a little bit about my jail experience. I first want to, again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for this evening. It's very heartwarming to get this reception and warmth as an acknowledgement